So if you're into, the death root type of stuff, this is what to expect. So first off, we have the stone throw. It's pretty normal, nothing crazy. Pretty much functions the same as that other rock throw from my understanding. So nothing super crazy here. It comes out pretty fast. You can charge it as well for a little bit of extra damage. Also, this is with a max level character, but it is with a +0 seal. So the damage may vary, okay? Next up, we have Earthen Spikes. It's kind of a ground earthquake, nothing too crazy. We can go ahead and show off the range here. See how far we can get with this. So this is about probably where I can hit him from. Yeah, that's huge range, and it does like kind of widen out in a cone. So really good for clearing out areas that are kind of like dense with enemies or like legacy dungeons and so forth. Next up, we have Stone Spears. This kind of functions as a upgraded version of the Rock Sling. Pretty much just better, and it seems like it does good posture damage, as you can see right there. So not much to say about it. You can kind of quick cast these, and let me see. Seems like about 5 casts to break posture of at least this guy, which I don't know how much that means, as it's this thing. Next up, we have a new buff. So we get 17 HP per second and then 1 FP per second, and we get some additional stamina recovery, which is really good because I believe Bestial Vitality or one of the other spells, I think it's like the max is like 12 HP per second, but getting 17 is huge, and then also getting a little bit of extra FP. How long does this last? It lasts for 3 minutes, and then it costs 60 FP, so you actually gain FP from using this. So you use 60 FP, you gain health, stamina recovery, and FP. You gain 180 FP off of 60 FP over the course of 3 minutes. That is a absolutely insane spell, if you ask me. So physical absorptions by 30%, non-physical by 15, poise and non-spell damage 10%, but reduces total FP by 95%. So the effect never expires. So it is basically a great rune to some degree, but it does have a downside. So you can toggle it whenever you want. So let's go ahead and go and use it. So as you can see, our FP has been zapped, but we do gain those other buffs that were mentioned. So if we maybe use one of these, we might do more damage than we were before. Actually, no, I don't think we do, because it's non-spell damage. I lied. But as you can see, we used it. The slight problem is I don't know if we can turn it off. We can't. What if I... Okay, so seems like it's a little wonky in the sense that in order to turn it off, you have to equip a certain talisman or basically raise your mana, because I'm pretty sure I'm at max stats, so that's a little weird. That might be something that the creator might want to fix, potentially. But let's go ahead and move on. We have the next buff, which is Source of Creation. This is a master incantation, so this is one of the big ones, okay? It's another one that never expires, by the way. We get physical damage by 15%, total FP by 20, 10 HP recovery per second, and grants 1 FP recovery per second. Any enemy within a close range radius of you will receive healing at a rapid rate. So let's go ahead and actually see this. The main thing that interests me is that healing. So let's use this. Wow. Now keep in mind that this guy does naturally heal quite fast, but what's the range? So right here, this is the range. So if you're in this range, it will go ahead and heal. But if you're farther away, like if you're using this, it won't even matter, because you're just so far away that the buff won't go on to them. So this is kind of a trade-off. Basically, you would have to rely on long-range spells for the most part if you want to go this route. It seems extremely powerful, but there is a drawback in the sense that if you're ever doing melee, you're going to be really assisting whatever you're trying to kill. So not recommended, but it is a very big steroid if you ask me. Crucible Spear. pretty normal. Just shoots a projectile. It reminds me of the Crucible Knight, the one with the spear, which makes sense, you know. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. Let me see if does it have good range. I'm imagining that's what it has going for it, right? Range is probably near infinite, if I had to guess. Yeah, it just seems like, I mean, it's just a good damage spell. It's kind of a snipe. Seismic Shock, let's check it out. So you can already see where that's going. This is just a good old Bralu kind of earthquake slam attack. You cannot chain cast this from my understanding. Like I'm pushing it multiple times and it's not, there's no follow-up basically, which is kind of a little annoying or like a little disappointing in my opinion, but it's still a really cool spell. And if I had to guess, okay, so the range does matter a little bit, but if we do it like right here, we hit. So it can cover about half of this room, which is still huge, to be fair. All right, Landslide. And here we go. So it's kind of a mix between like Beast Claw and like a Rock Sling attack. Let's see, does it have good range? Range is okay, but the thing that really gets it, I think, is the like cone. I mean, this covers the entire room at a distance. So extremely good. So you could just kind of throw this out and you'll probably hit something with it 100% of the time. All right, next up we have the Upheaval skill. I think this is actually our last one. So this one, judging by the name, you could probably guess what this is going to do. It's the good old what's it called? These clergymen kind of like rock up gravity attack. I don't really know what the best term of it is. It doesn't do damage on the way up, it only does damage on the way down, which I feel like is a little meh. I wish it did damage on the way up as well, because it looks a little funky in my opinion, but it's still okay. I mean, I think it does, I think this has done the most damage out of all the ones that we've tested, so it's not terrible. And then this is also Gravel Sling. I don't know if this is just Rock Sling disguised as a new one or like renamed a bit, but there's that. And that's really it. So overall, my opinion on this is I think they did a pretty good job. I like the spells. I think that they're all very well themed. I like having the Beast Clergyman kind of influence on them. These buffs are insane. Like I said, this buff is absolutely crazy. The only downside is obviously the healing if you get near something, but if you play at a range and if you use things that are like the I think it's the Landslide, you'll be so far away that this buff will not matter and you can just have free FP gains for no cost at all. But yeah, that's about it. So if you guys enjoyed and you want more Convergence mod content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.